Welcome, everyone, to the Plains in Jordan-Hare Stadium, home of the Auburn Tigers, where telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils. The Blue Devils will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Auburn's offense takes the field for the first time today. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our breath every time this guy touches the football. He's able to take it the distance on any given play.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's looking to throw it. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback checking off. From the gun. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback is snowed under. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So Duke's offense will get the ball for the first time. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy in the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
Yeah, roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that receiver out there, too, that's dynamic. So let's see what kind of day he can have.
There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, or proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. And here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The run to the left. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Crosses the 30. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Going to the running game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Auburn lines up quickly. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Floating away. He'll pull it down and run. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Power football with the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tiger.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He makes the connection. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Blue Devils will punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Here comes the offense on second down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Off-play action on first down. Pressure coming. Trying to get rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Looking for room at the 30. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And how about that for a capper, a 43-yard run for 6. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Hands it off. At the 35, he's got room. Open runway ahead. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll pull it down. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ball State is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that hasn't been stopped since that group stepped off the bus. They're up 14 over the Royals. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. The throw. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. This defense has kept him backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Turns it on in midfield. Off he goes. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. Auburn going to work with another first down. Running back goes in motion. Comes out throwing on first down. Trying to get to it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Give to the back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. Working on the right. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what you saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution, and that field starts to string, and it gets a little bit more difficult.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Pocket starts to collapse. Connection to the right. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt them. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
He'll try to do it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Powers through the defender. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Quarterback checking the play. He's going to pass on second down. He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Bully ball on third and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but his defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. You know, the entire concept of the play-action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run. Played pass, continued to get to the quarterback and get the quarterback on the ground.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He's got it.
Well, they don't pick up the first down after the catch, but even still, head coach now has a decision to make. On 4th down, is he kicking a long field goal? Is he going for it? It's decision time.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. There's certainly still a hill to climb. They've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So
that's a live ball. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Tosses it back. He's going up top. Wide open. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The trickeration, the flea flicker, the gadget plays, such chicanery and shenanigans and duplicitous dealings from this offense. David, how do you describe it?
Well, first I need a dictionary to understand what half of those words mean, but I kind of go with the Statue of Liberty. That's easy to understand. It's got more meaning behind it than just football. The Statue of Liberty is by far the best.
And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On the run, fires downfield. He's got it. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. DB's right up on the receivers. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He'll just keep slinging it. Fires the pass, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
That's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Caught in the backfield. It's Harvey. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for us.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. Here comes the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Goes to the option. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. On the option. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Auburn! And the pummeling has started. The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Trying to move them on the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
And he is smashing people. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down.
So right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker and running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. On the move, he fires. Lost, the defense is wide open. Touchdown, Tiger. And the beatdown has ensued. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. He has been unstoppable, the ultimate dual threat, positively Cam-tastic.
And that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is cooking.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll power it inside with the fullback. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. He's looking downfield to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the boom kind. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the big fella. Powers through. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. He's right on target. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds the tight end. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Looking to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, and a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. 3rd and goal from way back there. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Never a doubt. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. Now from inside the red zone. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up in the 28. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. Feeling some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He'll throw it. Using the quick game. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense on the... This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
First down here for the offense. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Dances away. Working that left side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Timeout is called with just a single second left. After this, it'll be a wrap. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. He'll heave it deep. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go